Well guys, we are back at the rink and we have made up some braces. We've got a foot, and I drilled a hole in the bottom here for our nail to go into the ground. We still have to attach all of these. They're all just leaning up for now, and we'll get them, all the boards leveled, plumb, and then it'll be time to do the netting. And then we can throw the liner in once we get some colder temperatures, because it's supposed to warm up to like 2 and 3 degrees next week. So I don't want to do my ice first, because it's just going to turn to slush and then it'll be a whole ordeal. So just going to wait probably another week. Probably next weekend we'll start to flood the rink. But let's get to attaching all the braces to the boards and leveling them up. Hi, we're the Mans, and this is our life. We met in 2017 and just got married September of 2024. Finally bought our first house in April of 2025 and wanted to capture our interesting life, renovation journey, and everything in between. We have got our spikes, sledgehammer to drive the spikes, our level, and our drill and screws to attach these guys. But first things first, we got to shovel all this snow out so we can see the ground under it and get them perfectly on the ground. I've got all these braces exactly where I pin the base plate here. There's a nail right here somewhere. Yeah, right there. So there's a nail there, so I'm putting the braces right at it, so it's held at the base plate and it'll be held at the top right in the same spot. Just got to do that about 20 more times. I want to build a snow ramp here for the snowblower. So when I go to snowblow the rink off, I can just drive it over the snow up onto the ice and it'd be perfect. If not, I'll just get some four-wheeler ramps or a couple pieces of wood. Let me just do this and pack her down, and that'll be solid after a nice freeze. Once that freezes, that'll be perfect. Well guys, there we go. We got all of the braces shoveled. Got this whole side done. I had some dirt here that was a little frozen. I had to dig with the other shovel, but this side's all good to go. And we got this backside all shoveled out. Thankfully, the snow is nice and light right now, so it wasn't too bad to shovel. But now it's time to start screwing them to the boards and put the level on it and nail them into the ground. But there we go. Let's see how this first one goes. I cut all these on a 45-degree angle, so they'll be kind of wonky on the ground down here, but oh, you're coming in quick. You're crazy. He's a crazy dog. You have to lose the gloves. This one looks pretty flat on the ground down there, so I'm just going to screw it right on the 45 here. That should do. Now at this point, we check for plumb, which it's got to go in to the rink just a bit. So when I go to hammer these nails in, I'm just going to have to push with that and then hammer a nail in. And these nails should fit perfectly in the pre-drilled holes that I made. Get this guy started. I might grab the shovel and pry the brace that way until it's level and then send the nail in. This honestly might be easier with a couple people. So I'm going to run this level just a bit further. All right. See if this stayed. That is damn near on the money. We'll just go with that. This one here I might come back to after and put a new spike in because it already started bending. It's hard to pound it any further. Get this guy 45. This guy's already perfect. For level, we are still good. I'm gonna leave those up just a bit so I can pry them out in the summer. To the next. This 4-foot level is probably a little aggressive for this, but dang, it's got to go in just a slight bit. Let's check it. Whoa, I went too far. There we go, right there. Perfect. Poor drill. Put it right in the snow. That there is pretty good. Some of these just go in really easy. Oh, there's like that one I think hit a rock. Whoa! Look how far out that guy is. We gotta pull this guy back. What is that? Probably half an inch. Let's see. Man, you know what? It could go like another 1/8 of an inch, but that's fine. This is when you need 2 people doing this. Someone to push and another guy to put the nails through into the ground. This one should be closed since we did the one already. Oh, nope. This one's leaning quite a bit. Maybe we'll try to do one of these tall ones and get it close. And it should pull that with it. Yeah, like see how far this one we have to pull? A couple inches at least. Alright guys, after a little bit of struggling, I finally figured out a method to do it all by myself. But we've got all these sides done except for this backboard. I'm gonna do that right now, but I wanted to show you guys. I ended up pounding the nails all the way down because I did a shake test and the base plate here was like sliding up and down on the nail, so I just hammered them all down. I'll be able to pull them out in the summer when the ground is all thawed, but we've got all this side all leveled up, all braced, nails all the way down. Some of the spots we hit rocks and it bent the nails and I had to go to the shop, straighten them in the vise and then come back. And yeah, it was a kind of a big ordeal because there's so much shale rock around here, but we've got this whole end board nice and secure. The shake test, it's really solid, like I can't even move it. So that's pretty exciting. We just got this entire side done as well. Again, just got to finish up this end board over here. So let's get to it. Working by myself, it's pretty difficult when see how the level here shows that it needs to come out like this, like quite a bit. It's really hard for me to pull the boards out this way and hammer in the nail at the same time. So I came up with this method. Here, I'll show you. So we come inside here, we know this has to go out and I've got no one here to help me push. So what I've been doing is finding where the stud is, get my shovel here, make sure it's in the ground decent, and then I can kind of push and ride the shovel down the wall and the handle of the shovel will hold it, and then I'll put a screw into the stud here and it'll hold it pushed out for me by the time I walk around and put the nail in. So try to jam this down as far as we can. That should hold it for now, and then we'll go out on the outside and see. It still could come probably another half an inch. So with the help of that holding it there, I can probably pull the rest of the half inch. I might be able to send in on an angle and then pull the board with the nail. Whew, that was a good catch. That's perfect right there. You know what? I'm gonna call that good. Had a quick drink break. This cranberry ginger ale, it's actually pretty good. Highly recommend.
Bruh.
Now that we have all of the boards braced up, with the only iffy boards being this one back section, we have to cut all these pesky branches because I don't want to be skating along and get a face full of branch. I borrowed the pole saw. We're gonna reach up there, cut some of these limbs off, and cut some of those limbs and a couple of those. And it's also to clear some space for our 10-foot tall netting. So let's do that. Oh my gosh. You guys were just like literally in the snow. Let's go warm you guys up by the fire. Now that we got all the boards all braced and ready to go, we can go ahead and start putting our uprights up for the lights and for the netting.
You're welcome.
Thanks. I didn't know if I'd be able to do it myself, but it'll definitely stop stray pucks. That's what I want.
Just don't miss.
Yeah, just don't miss. Next. That branch has to go. Okay, well, let's go to the other side. That's good. Perfect. That will work. Come on. That should be alright. Good. It's like they're just long enough to do this. But there. Bottom's on. Well, I don't have a ladder that big to reach 10 feet up plus the 4-foot board, so 14 feet up in the air. So I'm gonna leave the bottom attached like that. We're gonna get the other side done, and then I'm gonna have to go to the shop and borrow one of the extension ladders, and I'm gonna need more zip ties, so I'll have to get those from the store. But it's coming along. I have to start with this one and that one. Don't do this at home, this is kind of sketchy. This is what happens when you don't put the net on the top of the pole first, which is what I should have done. There's one. Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah. I don't think OSHA would approve of this. Hopefully OSHA doesn't see this. I'm working at home, so it's okay. Well, everybody, we had some melting temperatures, which melted all the snow in the rink. It's pretty much all gone other than this corner because it was all packed down. But today is the day that we get the liner in and do our first flood. I already did a walk around, picked up any sticks or any other rocks that were kind of sticking up and be a little jagged on the liner. But let's go grab the liner and unfold it and then start stapling it up. This is the liner I got. It is, I got it off Amazon. I believe it's made from Rink Masters, but we have a 24 by 48 rink. So I upsized a little bit. Hopefully it's big enough. I went 28 by 55. We'll see if it's big enough. It should come up the walls enough just to staple it, and then after we'll fold them down and then do a kick plate. Oh yeah, there she is. All right, I think first step is to bring her to the end and just unroll it. Hey guys, just voicing over this clip. This rink liner took quite a while to unroll by myself and unfold, as it was kind of breezy and I was kind of fighting it a little bit, but we finally got it all unfolded and up on the boards on both sides, and we got it all stapled around, and it actually turned out not too bad. I had to take my boots off at one point so I could walk on the tarp and not puncture it, but I'll see you back in the video. All right, everybody, we have officially got the liner in and ready to turn the garden hoses on and start flooding this thing. Hopefully I didn't put any puncture holes in while I was walking on it with my sock feet. Usually you do your liner from the outside of the rink when you only have like, I don't know, 8 to 10 inch tall boards, but with these tall boards there's no way around it. You gotta get on it and staple it up. Or I mean, I could have got a really oversized tarp and folded it all the way up over the 4-foot boards, but then they get expensive. But yeah, we got her all stapled up, all the corners. I left a little bit of slack in the tarp itself, so it's able to compress down into any divots that are kind of under the boards, around the boards, or in the middle. But let's get the garden hoses going and see how long this thing takes to fill up. All right, we got one garden hose hooked up in the basement to the old laundry tap hookup, and we've got it running to that far end. And then we also have this hose here running just straight to here. Both cold water for now. I have a hot water hookup where the old clothes washer was in the basement that I can use for when I go to resurface the rink after skating on it. But let's turn these guys on and start our timer. We'll see how long it takes to get 4 inches of ice with both of these garden hoses going. The wind's just starting to pick up. Oh yeah. Now that those are going, let's start our timer. We are officially 1 hour and 3 minutes into the flood. We got a little bit of snow, like freezing rain coming down right now. Hopefully it ends before this starts to freeze because it'll make it really bumpy, but yeah, isn't ideal. But it's filled up quite a bit on this end. Not quite covered on the high end yet. There's some up in there, but the whole middle yet. I just have to do a quick walk around, make sure the tarp is, make sure the liner isn't pulling down too hard, and I can kind of stretch the wrinkles out and make sure it's not going to rip anywhere. It all seems to be looking good. So let's come back at hour 2 and see what we're looking like. We are now at 2 hours, 3 minutes, and this weather is not cooperating at all. It's, really wet snow, strong wind. Hopefully this dies down before tonight because this is gonna make the ice really slushy, but we're getting there. We've almost got full coverage at hour 2. It's coming. Hour number 3, and the rink's looking pretty good from inside. So let's go outside and take a look. The water is looking really good. We've got pretty much full coverage other than the little air pockets here under the tarp. But I think at this point, there's a little bit of flex in the liner on these edges, like that's not sitting fully on the ground. So I think I'm gonna go around with the staple gun, pull these staples, let that droop down a bit, and then restaple it. We are at hour 5. We skipped hour 4 because I had to run to town and actually grab a some of the flex tape because I found a hole. I must have made a hole when I was walking all over it, but it's okay. I got it patched. And we don't have any more leaks that I know of right now. So this is what she's looking like. We got one little air bubble under the tarp there. and then one little one on the far side there. But other than that, she's fully covered and working our way up to the 4-inch mark now. This is where it was leaking before. It was all coming out of this corner. Right there is washing out and then coming down here. But if you look inside, I had a little hole right there and it was all just kind of slowly seeping out and not filling up. But I'm glad I caught that before I went to bed or something or left, and it was just draining the whole time. But he's looking good. We are at hour 6 and we have now lost sunlight, but it's looking pretty good. I'm gonna keep it going until we have our full 4 inches. I'm gonna get in there with a tape measure and make sure pretty much everywhere we have at least 4 inches. So I'll see you guys when the flood's done, and it'll probably be tomorrow. Well guys, it's been 5 days and we are definitely on the struggle bus for making ice. It's been so mild recently. I think yesterday it was like +2 degrees, and we've had lots of snow and then rain, and it's made the ice really ripply, but we're slowly getting there for ice thickness. Like, I'm probably not able to walk on it yet to start surfacing it, but we're getting there. While we wait for the ice to fully freeze all the way through, I'm gonna make some kick plates for when we roll the liner all down. I'm gonna do like a 10 or 12-inch strip on the bottom to protect our liner well when we like shoot pucks and from ski blades and stuff like that. So let's go make those. Let's mark all of our kick plates out and get them cut. I'll see you when we're done. There we go. We got a bunch of just scrap pieces of thin plywood. They're pretty rough, but they'll do what we need to do. We just gotta cover the liner. So yeah, we should have enough length all here with these various sizes just to kind of do a border around the base. But let's go put these guys on the rink. Well everybody, it's such a cold day today, but we finally got all the kick plate all finished up, all screwed, and the liner is all protected. So I think we're ready to do a final flood just to get some of the inconsistencies out of it. Do a hot water flood, and then we're good to put the nets on. They've just been sitting there waiting to come onto the ice. So let's give it one more flood. It's nice and cold today, so it should freeze pretty quick. And then let's get the nets on and give her a go.